Hello, and welcome to a new lesson for English learners in grade 7. My name is Sanja Božinović, and I will be your English teacher today. Our today's lesson is Health and Tech. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to write a short survey about the use of technology, and you will be able to discuss the influence of technology on your health. For this lesson, you need your pencil and a notebook, and you need your tablet or mobile phone with a reliable internet connection. At the beginning of this lesson, we will start thinking about what the word tech means to you. What is tech for you? You can pause this video and open your notebook. Copy the words into your notebook and add some of your ideas. What do you use technology for? How many hours a day? Do you think that is okay? Answer these questions into your notebook. We use technology to communicate, to play, and to learn. Can you think of some other ways of using technology? In your notebook, draw a mind map like this and write, I have used technology for. In the circles, add some of your ideas. Here are some ideas you can use to complete that mind map in your notebook. You can write, I have used technology for texting, making a phone call, participating in my online lessons, playing a video game, posting on a social networking site, coding. In all these sentences, we use the present perfect simple and we ask questions. Have you done something? Have plus subject plus past participle. For example, have you talked to your friend on the phone? Have you played a video game? And you answer, have you? Your answer can be positive. Yes, I have. Or your answer can be negative. No, I haven't. You can see a boomerang on this slide. That's how you can explain how to answer with a short answer when somebody asks you, have you? When you get the question, have you, you always answer, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. The question starts with have, and your answer ends with have. It's like a boomerang. What you throw gets back to you. And there is a reminder in the right-hand side of the slide. There are verbs which are regular, like talk, talked, play, played, phone, phoned. And there are verbs that are irregular, and you have to keep on learning irregular verbs. Here are 3 examples. Send, sent, build, built, write, written. Let's practice. Have you talked to your best friend on the phone? Have you played a video game? Have you phoned your granny? Have you sent a text message to a classmate? Have you built something in Minecraft? Have you written a post on a social networking site? Please pause this video and copy some questions into your notebook and answer your questions. Some of the answers will be yes, yes I have, and some will be negative, no I haven't. Practice asking and answering questions in the present perfect simple. Let's practice asking questions beginning with have you that have ever in them. You can ask, have you ever sent a friend request to, let's ask, have you ever sent a friend request to a complete stranger? I hope you haven't. And you say, no, I haven't. But you can also say, I have never sent a friend request to a stranger. Keep practicing by asking about the strangest thing you can think about. Pause this video and write some questions in your notebook. Remember the boomerang when you ask, have you ever done something? Your answer should be, no, I haven't. Yes, I have. And you can answer to the question about things that somebody wants to know if you have ever done. You can say, I have never done it, if you haven't. The present perfect simple comes with yet, already, and just. Let's read the sentences and see where and why we use yet, already, and just in them. I haven't copied the examples yet. Pay attention. Yet comes at the end of a negative sentence in the present perfect. Nisam još kopirao, we say in Croatian, but in English, yet is the last word after the object. Already and just keep a completely different position. They are in front of the main verb. I have, and then already or just, and then the main verb. I have already written the words. Već sam napisao riječi. I have just finished my task. Upravo sam završio moju zadaću, moj zadatak. Let's practice using have or has at the beginning of the question in the present perfect simple. You can practice by reading the sentences on the screen, or you can copy the link that you can see in the bottom left-hand corner into your browser. The link is bit.ly word order 3. There you can see these 4 and 2 more sentences. I hope you have enjoyed writing sentences, practicing the present perfect form. Now it's time to think about technology and our health and how they are related. My 2 questions for you to think about are, how does technology help you live better? And how can technology damage your health? Look at the pictures, they can help you. In your notebook, draw this table and complete with your notes. The pictures from the previous slide and the questions from the previous slide will help you. In your table, make notes about how you use technology. Do you use technology for gaming, for doing your homework? What else is it that you use technology for? What are the benefits of technology in your life? Do you work faster with the help of technology? Does it make your work more interesting? What health problems do you associate with technology? Do you feel headache when you spend too much time in front of a screen? Does your back hurt you? Do you feel pain in your back? And what do you think you need to change? Like, for example, do you think that limiting time in front of a screen would help? Would it help to focus on what you're doing so that you don't spend so much time? Complete this table with your notes. Add at least 2 more points to each column. Now we are going to read about Mara and Mark's experience. You can find the text, the complete text, if you visit the link that you can see on the screen, bit.ly Mara Mark. When you read the text, try to answer the questions. Are you more similar to Mara or are you more similar to Mark? What about your classmates, people you know, your friends? Do you know more people who are like Mara or do you know more people who are like Mark? This is Mara's story. For me, there are more benefits than drawbacks. I do not spend more than 2 or 3 hours in front of my computer, and I always try to be focused and use it the best I can. I enjoy communicating with friends on a few social network platforms. My English has improved a lot because I read and listen to a lot of English. It is fun. I have just sent a new emoji to my best friend. I hope it will make her smile. She says I am an emoji queen, and I'm proud of it. I feel good about myself. I have seen so many creative craft ideas for the holidays that I'm not sure I will have time to use them all. That is one of the drawbacks. Too many good things and too little time. I must admit I am a bit afraid that the computer will make me sit too much and I will not get enough exercise. To fight that, I have bought a fitness wristband. It always reminds me when it's time to move away from the screen. This is Mark's story. I spend a lot of time in front of different screens and it happens almost every day. I'm really into computers and gaming. I guess I often lose track of time. A good thing is that I have started using technology for most of my learning activities too. I can send homework to my teacher online, I can find answers to teachers' questions, books to read, and films to watch. Unfortunately, this means too much screen time for me. My neck is stiff, I feel pain in my back and in my left shoulder. I have even skipped meals a few times. I'll have to do something about it. When I think hard about my problem, I believe I only must be better organized and focus on my task, and not on whatever looks interesting online. Then technology will help me be successful and healthy. I hope you like the text. Go back to the text and find some information for me. Can you say who has used technology to communicate? Mara or Mark? Who has used technology to learn English? Who has found a lot of craft ideas online? Who has felt good about his or her online identity? Can you say who has been overwhelmed by too much interesting content online? And who has lost track of time and forgets to eat when online? Who has needed a reminder to move away from the screen? These are some of the problems and some of the good things that Mara and Mark think and feel about being online. What about you and your classmates? Are you more like Mara? Are you more like Mark? How do you feel about being online and what it does to your health? You can get back to that table and add some more ideas. It's time for writing your survey. Your survey should be about technology and health, and your task is to write 5 or more questions for your classmates. You can use the ideas from the text. Write 5 questions beginning with have you plus past participle. Ask your classmates about some benefits and some problems for their health caused by the use of technology. You can pause this video and write your questions in your notebook. When you are happy with the form of your questions and the content of your questions, when you have 5 good questions, you can send your questions to 5 or more of your classmates. You can choose to send a message to your classmates or to create an online survey using Google Forms, Microsoft Forms, or SurveyMonkey. Then read your classmates' answers and try to understand how they feel about technology. Report the results to your teacher and to your classmates. When writing your report based on the survey, it is also important to think about the similarity and the difference between your classmates and Mark and Mara. Is there a significant difference between what your classmates say, between their answers, and what Mara and Mark say in the text? Write a short text in which you compare what you have learned in the lesson, Mara's story, Mark's story, with what you have learned from your classmates through that survey, the results of your survey. When you finish writing the report based on your survey, That's almost the end of this lesson. The last activity in this lesson is the checklist to see how successful you have been in your work. To find the checklist, you have to unjumble the sentences. You can do it by looking at the words and trying to establish the right word order on the slide, or you can copy the link that you can see on the screen into your browser and access the checklist, unjumbled sentences of the checklist online. The link is bit.ly word order 2. Here's the second sentence in the word list. Again, you can try to establish the right word order here by looking on the screen and copying the words into your notebook, or you can do the exercise online using the link word order 2. Here's the sentence number 3 and the link again, and sentence number 4. Here's the unjumbled checklist. I hope you have the same sentences in your notebook. And let's check. Have you learned how to make questions in present perfect? Have you made your notes for writing? Or maybe have you written your survey? Have you started writing your report based on your survey? And have you learned irregular verbs? Of course, you haven't learned all irregular verbs, but if you are learning them every day, good for you. This fun exit ticket will help you reflect on today's lesson. Can you sum up today's lesson in one word? What is one thing that you already knew? What is one thing that you have learned? Is there anything that you are still confused about? What is it that you would like to learn more about? Think about how to answer these questions about today's lesson. When you finish, that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed and that you have learned in today's lesson. Goodbye until our next lesson.